All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem HaKadosh. It's all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem and in the name of Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful life preaching word in truth and sincerity. And the brother Tazabah, Lord will, with another video to edify. And I want to play a snippet of this video. Right? And listen what they're saying about the situation in Ukraine, and that's going to be the same situation that's going to be happening here in the States, and they're already talking about the issues with military drafts, right?
But their reserves are gone, their stockpiles are gone, they have no more troops. They're sending 54-year-old women to the front lines right now. They've sent pregnant women to the front lines. They've sent women. The Russians now are taking over the trench lines where they killed the Ukrainian defenders, and they're finding, significant numbers of women in the front lines. Dead now, killed, murdered. Not murdered, but war is murder, I guess. So yeah, murdered.
You see this? Hey, and the elders and apostles, men of great millstone, I told you that the judgment is not going to be exempt from you women. The judgment isn't going to be exempt for you women, man. And these are the days that are going to be coming to America as well. Don't look at this thing in Ukraine and act like, hey, like it's not going to be something that women in America, in such a nation as America, is going to have to deal with, man. This is Ezekiel 9. For it says, Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and smite, instead of Salakia, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's being done right now. Brothers that are making these videos, that's a sigh and a cry, right? And that word mark there is not the same word for the word mark in the book of Revelation. The word mark here is the word thawa in the Hebrew, and it goes back to an exemption from judgment. And why are you being exempted from judgment is because what? You were given a spirit that these wicked things that are happening all around you are not acceptable for your sight. So you cry and you beg the Lord to do something about it. You're crying out. You're the woman that was betrothed to a husband, right? And every act and every deed that this devil, Esau, Edom, right, and his entire nation pushed forward for you to have to do is basically them forcing themselves upon you. And you cry out to the Lord, just like a woman. If a man finds her in the field and tries to force himself upon her, if she doesn't cry out, she's condemned in the judgment because she didn't cry out, showing that she was against that force. Now, verse 5, it says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Right? Because you would think they're seeing 54-year-old women on the front line, pregnant women on the front line, that there would be some type of pity, right? There ain't going to be no pity. There's not going to be any pity. Imagine this, right? Those are people that look like Edomites. Imagine what they're going to do in America when these foreign troops come here and they see you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, right? What do you think they're going to do to you? It says, verse 5, it says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye, and who are the others? The ones that are not sighing and crying. The ones that don't have a problem with this. The ones that don't have a problem with the way things are going. The ones that are okay with the LGBT, all that shit, right? The ones that are okay with children being out of order, women being harlots and whores. Those are the others. Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. And that's what's happening. Slayed utterly old and young right on the front lines. Right? And they're getting ready to have a draft here. And the men here, they ain't doing so hot. They're not doing so hot. And you think men are going to be in a mindset of sitting here going to war for these women that are out here They see videos every day about women that don't deserve their life to die for them. So, hey, it's gonna be the same result here. You women are gonna go into the draft, and it's gonna be all type of hell. It's gonna be all type of hell. Let me finish this, man. It says, but come not near any man whom is the mark, right? That thawa, the exemption from judgment, and began at my sanctuary. Then he began at the ancient men which were before the house, right? So the Lord is gonna put out that death angel to start issuing out those judgments, right? And it's gonna be on the other nations. It's gonna be on the Israelites that don't repent, right? That's what it's gonna be. Now this is Ezra's. Let me get Ezra's, man. Second Ezra's 3. Oh, no, that's not right. Second Ezra's 15 and 17. A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So because of this pride that people have, these are the judgments that are getting prepared. Remember, the Lord said he was going to point over them 4 kind. Let's get that. This is Sirach. Salakia. I ain't had no precepts ready. Just wanted to get into this. This is Sirach 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. And at the time of the destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that sent them. So these niggas that randomly pop up, start offing people. These women that throw babies in ovens and randomly kill their entire family. These men that do the same. That's a spirit created for vengeance, right? Right? The dude that walks into a grocery store and doesn't let nobody leave, that was a spirit created for vengeance. Whether or not you want to believe it or not, the Lord said, what? I create peace and I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Lord is the one who has the power to do these things. It says fire and hell, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And those women on the front lines, they got punished to destruction. What were they doing that the Lord put them in that position? A woman on the front line of a war. Man, they didn't deserve. They weren't never supposed to be there. But women, in their mindset, they think this whole feminist mindset of being equal and everything is all good. Well, now you're coming down to the times where your hands are starting to roost. And now you got to deal with the consequences of being equal. Right? You want equal rights was equal force conscript. Right? Into the military. It says they shall rejoice in his commandments. Right? And they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Right? Talking about what? All those judgments, the sword, the teeth of beasts, right? Serpents. Those aren't going to transgress the Lord's word. It's going to go out to put down anybody that the Lord is having his judgment prepared for. But hey, I just found this interesting because hey, the scriptures are speaking loud in these last days, bro. You're
But
not gonna get around this. Sending women right to the front line, bro. Damn. Shalom.